Nice Micro Monday. Why shouldn't you just put malware in your free software projects? So after what happened a few months back, now the news came out that once more someone who is making free software have compromised their own software intentionally, and this time it's even worse than it was last time, because now they extended the capabilities of their software package from just being kind of a library for web-based applications to become straight up malware if you happen to have the wrong IP address, because the author decided to take a stand in one of the geopolitical conflicts of our day and age, and they took the stance by trying to disable computers in one of these areas that is engaged in this geopolitical conflict, and they are also using their software. So I'm not trying to tell you here that you shouldn't get into any kind of ideological battle or any other type of battle based on your beliefs, because that would be quite hypocritical after I am talking about free software all the time here on the internet in video form, and also type a lot of pro-free software comments on different forums and different places. So I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't try to engage in the conflicts that you find important on the side you think is right, because that's what I am doing, but we also have to consider the way we are doing it. And so if we go back a little in time, so a few months ago there was one person who was basically broke their own software. The new update was just simply broken because they got fed up by not getting paid enough for maintaining the project properly. So instead of just letting the project, just go astray, go unmaintained, and just not giving a damn about it, they intentionally broke it to make a statement that, you should pay me more if you want to use my software for your own benefit. And, this is kind of an opinion, kind of a statement based on free software, a statement about the culture surrounding free software, where we take the word free, which in free software is referring to freedom, so liberty, and kind of associated with that, it's because it's also freedom in case of liberty. I'm generally at liberty of not paying for it, and so a lot of people end up not paying for it, even people and companies who very well are within the kind of financial state where they could be paying for it. But so this person who is making the software made the statement that, okay, I broke the software because you were not paying me to make this software good, which is bad enough in itself, but making your software instead of just being broken to make a statement, you instead try to actively participate in an armed conflict by trying to disable computers of one party in this conflict through your software is on a totally another level. And I am quite sure that if you called up the people you are trying to help here, so in this case, if you did not realize what I'm talking about, maybe you're watching this video long time in the future when you have no idea what I'm talking about. After all this, let me see how long, about 4 minutes later that we're in the video, let me say that this thing I'm talking about is the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. And if you want to join in by helping the Ukrainian side by, trying to wipe the hard drives of Russian people who are using your software, maybe if this is your way of helping the Ukrainians, I am kind of not sure that if this person first called up the Ukrainian embassy in their country and asked if this is a good way to help them or not, because I'm quite sure that if you make this phone call, like you dial in the Ukrainian embassy, you call them up and you tell them that, okay, I would like to help you guys out in this conflict, and my way of helping out would be that, I maintain this software package that is used by a lot of people as a dependency, and I could just put in a line here that would destroy the computer of the people who use this software and are also in Russia and Belarus. What do you think about it? they would probably tell you that you should just, send some money for people who are helping refugees or something instead of this, because I kind of fail to see how this was a strategically sound maneuver to achieve your goals. And if you are engaging in any kind of conflict, be it like an internet discussion or an all-out war, one of the considerations that you have to make before any step you take is that, is this thing going to achieve a strategic goal against my opponent? And how much will this hurt me? And if it achieves the goal much worse, but it will hurt you a lot, then maybe this is not a good strategy to go forward, because with including this malware in your software, you just proven to all of the free software community that you don't really care about the freedoms of the software, which, the freedom of free software would be that anyone can, share it with anyone else, and everyone can use the software the way they want and for whatever they want. And if they want to use it for nefarious purposes, that is on them, and that is not on you as the developer to try to stop them. Because with the free software, you give the freedom in the hands of the user, not in the hand of the developer. And this comes with the fact that if something bad happens, that's also on them, the user, and not on the developer. At least that's how I would understand free software. And doing this kind of protest moves just will kind of remove you from the trust for the free software developers. And this actually points at another problem that a lot of people don't really understand in the software space, and that is, where do you get your software from? Because this just shows you that you cannot really trust the developer to always do the right thing. So getting your software directly from the developer might be a problem. And on Linux, a lot of cases we don't have this problem, because a lot of the software we actually get from the repository, from the distribution. And in that case, you put your trust in the distribution, that first of all, the people who work for the distribution to package the software are trustworthy, so you can trust them that they don't put their malicious code into the software, and also that the distribution itself has like a well-defined kind of procedure on how they package the software for their repository. So even if there are some bad people, the procedures will still protect their users. And when you have all your software from this centralized repository, then just by trusting the people and their processes, you can actually get all the software from these sources in kind of a way that you can trust the method, trust the system. But once you start getting this software directly from the developer, be it, just getting it from GitHub, maybe you have an Arch, you got it from the AUR, so it just pulls it from their GitHub. Or maybe you use the app image that the developer provides, or a Flatpak that the developer provides and is not curated by anyone, then you are essentially in the position that for each software that you get, and probably most of the software are developed by different groups of people, so each software that you get from these sources, you should separately trust both the developers and their processes of not putting malware in their code. And as we could just see with these two famous incidents in the last few months, that is not really something that we can rely on as a community, as the society of people who value free software. And by this, I end this video. So if you have any controversial opinions, why don't you leave them in the comment section? Tell me why I'm wrong. Leave me, a thumbs up or like or whatever, wherever you find this video, so I know you enjoyed it. And subscribe for more content, and I will see you next time. Next Micro Monday, why you shouldn't put malware in your free software projects. Bye.